Talael, have you seen Reen? She's been looking for you. Wait here, I'll go get her. Can you join? Yeah, so what we'll be doing is, when it's time to queue up for the raid, I'll do a roulette, one for each position. So usually I start with tank, then I go healer, and then I go DPS. So anyone who's interested in playing with me, once we start queuing up, we'll do a roulette to see who gets into the first one. And then we'll change up each time just to make sure people get to play. There you are. The truth is, I need your help. My help, Reen? Now hold on, I haven't even told you what it is yet. Ahem. After you defeated Emmett Selk, I sensed a strange connection of light somewhere in the south. In the empty, the lands that were once swallowed by the flood. Oh, dramatic. Can't tell what it is, but we have to find out. For all we know, it might even be another Light Warden. But whatever it may be, I don't intend to stand by and watch. Oh gosh darn it, I'll do something about it. I'll be an angsty teen about it, don't worry. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Thancred, Urianger... Thancred, Urianger and I have a few theories we plan to test once we find whatever's causing this. The three of us were reluctant to ask for help, considering, everything we've been through. The thing is, you're the only person who can defeat a Light Warden without becoming one yourself, so we have no choice. But we don't want to jump to conclusions. It'd be a good idea to have you there, just in case. So, will you come with us? Nah. Perhaps we should let sleeping dogs lie. Like, my warrior, canonically would be like, fuck yeah, let's do this. But I really want to see the response to me going, Schmeep. Perhaps we should let sleeping dogs lie. I see your point, but if we choose to ignore this, we should at least know what we're ignoring first. There's no harm in looking, is there? First of all, let's head to the Derek and Amarang. Thancred and Urianger should have everything ready by now. There was no quest accepted music. Oh my god, I muted the music last time. Oh, I'm glad I caught that before I went into the raid. I hope the desert creatures didn't give you too much trouble on the way here. Though I doubt they pose any sort of challenge to him. But that I could say the same with confidence about whether a fiend might be waiting for us out there. Even if the light that Reen sends turns out to be nothing of consequence, the empty is hardly a more welcoming of places. Anything that can survive out there is not to be trifled with. I mean, I've never been ooh-wooed, so there we go. Well, hey, it's a first time for everything. What'd it do? How's it going? Hey, Kev. It's going pretty great. We're getting started on the Eden raids, finally. I've been teasing y'all with it. There's lots of blue balls to go around. And blue ovaries for the ladies. Equally inclusive cucking. I don't know. Moreover, it should be reiterated that the light-blasted wasteland poses as severe threat as any foe we might face. In any event, we are in agreement that this phenomena doth warrant investigation. Though for lack of more precise means of navigation, we must rely on Reen's innate abilities to guide us. I have formed several hypotheses regarding the nature of the light, but speculation is a poor substitute for first-hand observation. Come to observe the fun? Just observe? Because we're playing the chat, too. Equally inclusive cucking is the funniest thing I've heard all day. You're welcome. And that's the funniest I will be. You guys can tune out now. I think I've peaked. Also, hopping up to Siren to stalk your character? Hell yeah. I gotta have a whole train of stalkers. It'll be great. I actually had stalkers in middle school, which is wild. I transferred to a different school district, and this group of 3 girls figured out where I lived and would follow me from class to class. It was wild. Oh, yeah, it was gross. Not a fan. Luckily, I only went there for about a year. And actually, that's when I started seeing my wife. I was 13, and I was in a different school district. And she called me up on a 2-way call with her friend because she was too scared to call me by herself. But I didn't answer. because I didn't have my phone near me. So they thought that the call hung up and that they were just talking to each other. They left a 15-minute long voicemail talking about how cool I was and how much she had a crush on me. It was the most adorable thing ever. That's how I first learned that my wife had a crush on me. There'll be plenty of time for us to talk about it on the way. Is the skysliper ready, Thancred? Ready to take us wherever needs go, aye. Back again too, maybe, if we ask it nicely. Well, the light has been expunged from Nordfront. The ambient aether of the empty is still corrupted. Dangerously so, in fact. The flood of light devastated everything in its wake. The soil, the air, the water, all rendered incapable of supporting life. 'Tis due to this imbalance that the empty remaineth utterly uninhabitable, even a century thereafter. It's almost kind of like a nuclear fallout, in a way. You know, land uninhabited, nothing can really grow or exist there. And that's why we're taking every possible precaution. Between the aethometers I've packed and Reen's unique abilities, we should be able to detect any measure of fluctuations in our alignments. According to the Crystarium scouts, a few days out there won't affect us to any noticeable degree. But much longer than that, and we risk becoming Sinitas. Since we still don't know how Chocobos and Amaro fare in the empty, we opted for a more mechanical mode of transportation. This comes courtesy of the researchers of the Mean, who found it in the Crystal Tower and restored it to working order. It's quite safe, I promise. The person in charge said he'd have the parts delivered from the Crystarium should anything break. He seemed quite eager to see what we bring back from the empty, even though I told him we're not hunting for treasure. I'll introduce you if we ever have a chance to stop by Mord Selk at some point. Anyway, I think that covers everything. When you're ready to leave, just say the word. Ooh. Okay. It's got a vibe to it. Oh god, I'm so popular? Well, don't I deserve it? This whole trying to be confident thing, I don't know if it works. With a name like The Empty, I wasn't expecting much in the way of pleasant scenery, but this is a downright depressing. To look at the land swallowed by the flood with mine own eyes is a chilling sight indeed. Approximately 9/10 of the worlds are like this, a slate all but wiped clean. But not for the warrior of darkness in Nymphilia. Reen, are you sure we're heading in the right direction? Are we? Thancred's Are We There Yet? His daughter. Isn't it usually the other way around? Reen's like, so help me God, you keep asking if we're there yet. I'll turn this car around. Yes, I'm certain. We don't know how far away it is, though. Nothing for it if we keep going, then. You two back there might as well take a nap. I feel there will be a good few moms ahead of us. A little cat nap, you say? Although I kind of got catnap to go on this adventure. For one, I chose the dialogue option where I was like, nah, let's leave it be. I have to say, touch larger than I was expecting. And is it sleeping? Excuse me. Oh, what? Is it alive? I mean, that looks like a window. And that looks like a building. No, it's waking up. I don't like the sound of that. Is it a light warden? No, I don't think so. Instead of being filled with light, it is light? The first Sin Eater. Interesting. Long have I strived to unravel the mysteries surrounding the flood of light, to discover what set this terrible cataclysm in motion. Every thread led to the same conclusion, the single same point. The flying spaghetti monster. All praise. A single being. I have reason to believe that the entity we see before us is the first Sin Eater, the instigator of the Flood, the very foe Minfilia vanquished a century ago. It looks like we're standing on top of, like, crumpled up paper. She gave everything she had, and won. But this abomination could undo her work. Aye, the possibility cannot be denied, though it is oft said that destruction and creation are but two sides of the same coin. We don't want to wax philosophy with over here, Ariane. We want to beat up a giant Sin Eater. Reen, knowest thou of what I speak? One side of the coin is heads and the other is tails? Power to shape reality, to bend the laws of nature, for what was once shattered to be forged anew. And that's why I set that forest on fire. It's all very well and good, but don't you think we should give it a name first? Rumpelstiltskin. Bimble. Pringus. Eden. Utopia in Fae, a most auspicious title. Quick, no one feeding an apple. Wonder what Thancred was taking Thancred so long. Oh, you know, Thancred, you probably collapsed somewhere, or got abducted, or got taken to a different world, or got spirited away in the live stream. You know, Thancred he just has a lot of stuff happen with him constantly. Ah, there he is. Dad! Well, that's rather uneventful. Not that I'm complaining. Did you find anything? No, thankfully. There's naught but barren plains in every direction, apart from Eden, obviously. I tried approaching it, but the brute didn't seem to notice me, though it best not tempt fate, so I withdrew. We should act now, before it's fully awake. Meaning what exactly? From hell's heart I stab at thee. When I think of the flood of light, I get the feeling that rather than destroying everything in its path, what it actually did was stop the flow of aether. Of course, that meant that all the plants, animals, and people here could no longer survive, crumbled to dust in the years since. But the aether is still here, laying dormant. If Eden is the one that caused it, maybe he can get it flowing again. So it's a big fancy beaver that blocked up the river that is ether. I don't know for certain. I think I could use Eden to bring life back to the empty. Now hold on a moment. What makes you think that's even possible? How do you try to control that kind of power? Reem's aspirations may not be as preposterous as thou dost surmise. I believe Minfilia halted the flood of light's advance, not by destroying Eden, but by silencing it. And in so doing, she hath gifted us an opportunity too precious to waste. Even now, the flame of hope burns on. I, as Minfilia's successor, it standeth to reason that Reen doth possess the means to exert her will over Eden. But such a monumental task is not to be taken lightly. What sayest thou, Talael? I'm pretty sure I said let sleeping dogs lie. Imagine this is easier said than done. Womp womp. Yes, you're probably right, but I have to try. Very well, Reen. You've made up your mind. Now, how do we go about this? Well, we go up and we punch some things and shoot them with magic. I have an idea. I've been studying it carefully ever since we arrived, and it seems to me that the light is more concentrated at a certain point. I suppose you could call it the core. That giant Talos had a core too. Like a beating heart, it controlled the flow of aether. Eden's core is the same. Also, we could use it to restore the aetheric balance? The theory is certainly sound. By employing Aethernet shards as beacons, mayhap we could trace the aetherical flow to Eden's core, and in so doing secure the means to teleport to the very heart of the beast. Thankfully, the Settlement Council has kindly furnished us with a plethora of apparatus by which to perform such feats. However, we must needs first have Reen study the entity's interior and chart us a suitable course. Are we going in his butt? I'm confused. Once we have reached our destination, I shall fabricate a means by which you may directly communicate with Eden. It may have exert a measure of control over it. You can really do that, Ryanje? All credit is due to a dear friend, a gentle soul long since departed, who imparted me a wealth of knowledge concerning aetherology, and I also made an anatomically correct doll of such person. I will never forget Final Fantasy. You can change the description, you can hide it behind history. I will never forget Moonbrita's freaking minion description. Though I'm certain she'd be all too quick to chastise my methodology. Excuse me for interrupting this trip down memory lane, but I don't imagine that Eden will be too happy about us rummaging around in his innards, for want of a better term. In all seriousness, though, I would be surprised if there was some sort of welcoming party arranged for intruders. Perhaps you would best lead the way, Talael. It's true that he's the only one who can defeat a Light Warden, but I'd rather not rely on him any more than we have to. Yes, I haven't forgotten what happened when he absorbed too much light. But as Alice said, making promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness. Now, I wish I could put down wardens myself, but the simple fact is I can't. There's no point pretending I can. That's why I'm asking Talael. Then perhaps I could... You already have a job to do, remember? The only reason this plan even has a chance of success is because of your involvement. We need you to concentrate on the task at hand and guide us to the core. Not only that, you'll have to keep an eye on Eden itself. If we somehow manage to make it angry, get us out of there. Are you sure you want to go through with this? That's what I do best, girl. I won't let you down. We remain here. Reen and I shall do our utmost to guide thee along the etherical system. After thou hast breached the exterior, we shall remain in contact via these link pearls, courtesy of our comrades in the Crystarium. Being relics salvaged from the Crystal Tower, I fear they may be somewhat less reliable than those of which we are accustomed. All right. Duty Finder. Eden's Gate. Oh, let's go. Meowdy. Meowdy to you too. Oh, just so you can show who's the better red mage. I see how it is, Mise. Flexing on me. Oh. How did we get here? Be careful. Huge amount of aether are rushing to the core. Wait, what's that? What is that? Ew, ew, ew! It's like pulsating! Keeper of Knowledge Eden Prime. Oh. Ooh! Wait a minute! This is some good music. Oh god, we're going in. Shine's bloodthirsty over there. It's Eden inside of Eden. It's like a Russian nesting doll. Oh yeah, I would have Shine be main tank. She is fantastic. It looks like those AoEs, they leave spots in the ground, so carry those to the corners if I have to do that mechanic again. Turn one, here we go. Hell yeah, Azzy. Oh, Jesus. He just like nothing personnel kitted me. This music is so good. All the marble stacks with his face. Yeah, that's right. I have to be able to hide them. Hey, I don't know what is happening here. I'm just, oh, okay, it just creates spots in the ground. At least there's visual indicators. Let me stand still and cast! This is so rude. The Black Mage Nightmare, I imagine, yeah. And hey, you know, there's a vulnerability stack right there. Don't worry. You can see it. Okay. Oh no, you can't see it. Weird. Yes, it is normal. I've never done it before. Can I even do Savage? Oh god. Oh my god! Doesn't seem there's anything to these that are like, hey, you need to take them apart. It's gonna be dying pretty quick. Maybe it has to be killed at the same time? Whew. Basically all 4 normal raids in a tier where you can use Savage? Okay. Oh god, is this a button matching thing? Ooh, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me a lot of the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, where there's that giant nobody that Roxas fights. When did we get in outer space? I'm assuming this is the Eden summon from Final Fantasy VIII. You shot us in a cannon into another galaxy? Oh my god! That was so good! It's a 1-for-1 recreation. It's so cool. Welcome to Eden. Oh yeah. Chopin, how you doing? How'd everything go today? Or is currently going? I don't know if you're taking a break. You were so confused, so extra. It's a little bit extra. Whoa, rude. Rude and full of attitude. The match was better than expected, and now I'm back home. Hell yeah. Probably just Siren. Maybe I'll play with Philo for the first time. Maybe. Come on, Azzy. Come on. You gotta play with me. This is how angels look. I mean, it's more biblically accurate than what we usually see. The time hath come, Reed. Hello? Okay, my mic is still working. I just heard something bloop bloop in the background. I was making sure my mic didn't turn off. Watch over me, Minfilia. Oh, it's turning the other direction now. Is this supposed to happen? Eden is, offering considerable resistance. Not now. Not when I'm so close. I love how no one else was affected but Rianjay. Guy got blasted to his butt. Oh god. I'm unharmed. What of Reed? No, you listen to me. No, you. No, you. No, you. Dad, Eden's not letting me turn the light against itself. Reed, be careful. Dad said it's my turn to use the Xbox. Oh yeah, Azzy, when they get 2 hands in, shit's about to go down. Wait a minute, we just beat up the smaller version of you.